Father's Day weekend was the perfect time to inspire you with cool and stylish man cave design ideas on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. Creating a man cave for dad does not have to be difficult. Simply take a look at his passions and use them to create the ultimate hangout space. Today, we'll look at ways to create a man cave garage for the car buff, the ultimate hangout for the movie buff, fun design ideas for the gamer, and so much more. When it comes to man caves, one of the most popular spaces to think about adding one is in a garage. So whether you're utilizing just part of the garage or the entire thing, it's a great space to get that bonus space to create a man cave. In this particular room, it's part garage, it's part gym, it's part workspace, part music area. There's a lot of things going on in here, so you could segment the room into different zones and bring in all the things that you want in your man cave. But if you're truly a car lover and you need a lot of space in that garage for all of your cars, this might be a great idea. When you love cars, your garage goes from being a storage area to a shrine. We're here today with Dawn Hamilton from Dawn Elise Interiors, touring her client's ultimate hangout space. Dawn, welcome to SoFlo Home Project.
Thank you so much, Alena. It's so great to see you.
Thanks for joining us and sharing this really amazing project with us. It's like unlike anything you've ever seen here on our show.
This space is very functional. There's a lot that actually happens here. So form has to follow function big time in this. It's not just about, I want a pretty room. This space serves a purpose.
What I think is cool is, as interior designers, like, cars aren't always the accessory we're using to design around. But here you were, so,
Absolutely.
And of course they're brightly colored and stuff, so you went with the muted palette to kind of let the cars pop, or
Let the cars pop, be more of a masculine feel, kind of a masculine, sophisticated, kind of northeast feel. Actually, this brick wall was an addition. The brick wall is a veneer. It's a thin layer of brick that is applied to the wall more like a tile than a structural brick element. It took a long time to find an authentic looking veneer. It's really a great element. I really think that it helps tie in the industrial feel.
Now the floor in here I know was very specific to your client's needs and he saw something he wanted to replicate. But if our viewers at home wanted the look for a garage or man cave, do you have any tips for that?
Absolutely. This particular floor is a poured product that has aggregate in it. There is also epoxy floors, which are they don't have the aggregate in it usually, but they're very, very durable and a little less expensive than this. And then there is paint that's specifically for garage floors that has the speckled look. It's a fraction of the cost and it looks great. It might not have the longevity that a floor like this would have, but it looks terrific. Just to kind of complete the industrial look, go with the industrial look, I just thought that the exposed ceiling would be great. It's not that we just left it completely raw and unfinished. We painted it. We used a metallic paint on the columns and the major beams. There's some insulation because this is an air-conditioned space.
So if it's even in just a regular car garage that you're converting to a man cave, you can go with the same look. You have the tracks for the garage door and you get that same industrial vibe.
Yep, I love it, and highlight the industrial nature of things because they're not meant to be hidden in a space like this.
And now we're in the lounge side of this garage man cave.
Being a man cave, the hangout area was absolutely essential. This is a place where you can sit, watch games, admire his car.
It's interesting you chose to do the swivel chair kind of combo as opposed to like just putting a big sofa and chairs.
The round seating arrangement always invites conversation, and the swivel chairs allow you to talk to whomever you would like, look at the cars.
It's perfect for this hybrid type of space because then you can be part of the conversation wherever you are.
Flexibility.
Talking about what's on the other side of this seated area is a great wet bar. What I love about this is it's a functional sort of bar, but it's not a bar where it's like bottles are displayed and whatnot.
Right, because it kind of serves as a kitchenette as
Yes.
well. It's not strictly a bar, it's a place where, like I said, you can have your water, you keep your lunch there. So, multifunctional space. It serves dual purposes.
And it's beautiful too, and I think the materials you use really are lending themselves towards the almost garage side. You got your stainless, your gloss.
The glass, the metal, they all feel very masculine to me. The black. Black is a color that I think pretty much every room could use a touch of.
Yes.
You know, it really makes things
Strong
feel
and-
more sophisticated. And, you know, the monochromatic scheme continues through into this kitchenette because I wanted the cars to be able to pop.
This goes with no matter what car ends up changing out over there, it will always match.
We invest a lot in these spaces. They're meant to have a somewhat timeless quality to them. So the more trendy you go, the shorter the shelf life.
So isn't that a car lover's dream? And speaking of creating a dream space, a man cave can be created in any space with any theme, and we've got more design ideas for you coming up next. Coming up, we look at cool man cave theme ideas to fit every dad's personality on SoFlo Home Project.
Hey, Mike Martinez from USA Windows and Doors here. You know, back in the 1960s, this is how you protected your home from hurricanes. So if you want to learn how to go from these awnings to those beautiful windows, we're going to show you how, coming up next.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to share ways to create the ultimate man cave for dad for our Father's Day episode. So we've looked at ways that you can convert garages and other spaces of the home. But what about a theme? When it comes to design, you got to figure out your theme, and it's always easiest to start with your passions, bringing in the things that you love to create that man cave space. One that we always like to start with is a gym. It's a great space to put at least some workout equipment in. So as you see in this room, it's a carved out space. You could have the gym flooring. These are usually really easy to put together and assemble. Your weight rack, all of the other things. All right, so let's also talk about a sports theme. That is an ever popular man cave theme and also can be incorporated into your color scheme of the room. Hanging jerseys, memorabilia. You could really have a lot of fun with that theme in a man cave always. But music is another great thing to kind of bring into that. We have seen people like to use guitars as decoration on the wall, or perhaps album covers as wall decor. Or if you do actually play, you could have your drum set. You could have everything there and create this really great lounge space where you could play and also hang out. And just a quick tip, when you are incorporating things like the wall decor into the space, you might have an opportunity there to cover things that you don't want to see with something you want to add to the room. For example, there is an electrical panel in this garage. You don't see it because it is covered with a beautiful poster made with a mixture of different album covers. So I absolutely love the fact that you could bring in your passions into a space, and that really makes for some cool decor. But we've got one more to share, and I'm gonna have a special guest here help reveal our next one. Hey, R2. I think you might know it, but before we share with you the cool man cave makeover with the Star Wars theme, let's check in with Mike Martinez from USA Windows and Doors and see what great advice he has for us today.
Hey, Mike from USA Windows and Doors here. I'm here with Fernando. We're working on his house, putting in brand new windows and doors. Fernando, how do you like the job so far?
Yeah, I mean, I was mentally prepping myself for the amount of people that were going to be in my house, and it was a little daunting. But I mean, I was shocked at just the how fast they worked and the professionalism. And I mean, they did half of the house in just a matter of hours. And out of the, I think it was a total of 14 windows, they finished 80% of them by the end of the day. So,
yeah.
And they didn't get in until about 11 a.m. in the morning.
So Fernando, we've done some windows, we're doing some doors for you. You want to go over a little bit of what your choices were and why you made those choices?
Absolutely. We wanted something to match the actual fascia boards on the outside, and you gave us some great examples with the bronze finishing because we wanted something that was a little bit more contemporary, not so much traditional with the white.
So Fernando, I know that you were having problems in the past with the old windows. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I mean, energy efficiency was a big deal. You know, in the middle of the summer, obviously it gets ridiculously hot, and they just weren't efficient. You know, I could just tell from the first night. It's quieter, they're more efficient, so we couldn't be more excited about that. Mike, I want to bring my family out here because this is the reason why we went with this investment for our home. We wanted to make sure during hurricane season, no issues, and most importantly for safety in regards to intruders and not have any security issues whatsoever.
It's what we wanted to make sure we did. We wanted to make sure we put the right quality product and do the right things for you.
Fortunate to be working with you guys, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you again. So if you're ready to make a change for your windows and doors, highlight your house and make your neighborhood even more beautiful than it is, give USA Windows and Doors a call on the number in the screen, or better yet, check us out on our website, usawindowsanddoors.com.
Thanks, Mike. So R2 and I collaborated on a makeover that has one incredible movie theme. We took a garage and turned it into the inside of the Death Star. There were panels that were created that lined the room with color-changing lights. Even the door was concealed to look like that interior of the Death Star. For the flooring, carpet tiles were used, a great option when it comes to kind of converting that garage space into a man cave. So there's also a bar area in here and plenty of beer on tap in this man cave, so much so that we were able to create bar stools from some of the empty kegs and upholster the top. So always use your imagination when bringing those things into a man cave. You could come up with a lot of fun ideas. So in keeping with the rest of the Star Wars theme, the homeowner wanted to bring all of their memorabilia in as well. And an easy way to do this is with tall bookcases. The color-changing lighting really truly makes the space and brings in a fun way to highlight this interior of the Death Star, which is actually the interior of a garage. Hey R2, so that makeover came out pretty cool. Don't you agree? I think he does. Coming up next, we show you how games can transform any room in the house into a man cave on SoFlo Home Project.
SoFlo Home Project is sponsored in part by Eldorado Furniture. Looking to refresh your home? Visit us online at eldoradofurniture.com or a showroom near you.
You've probably seen the Good Greek trucks on the road, and they are more than just the best looking trucks on the road. Good Greek has the largest fleet of any moving company, and these trucks are new when we first buy them and fully equipped with the latest technology. Having the largest fleet in the state, customers never have to experience the common excuse in the industry of our truck broke down or we're running late. We always have backup trucks, we have backup crews, we can always cover our jobs, and we're doing over 100 jobs a day at times. All of our trucks are brand new when we purchase them, and they come fully equipped with the latest in technology, including cameras, backup systems, and now we're going to also have driver assist in the latest trucks, which keeps the truck in lane and helps braking as it approaches another vehicle or object. So customers can be assured that their belongings are going to get there safely because we've done our due diligence in the hiring process with who we put behind the wheel, but we also give that driver all the advantages of the best equipment possible. We have a large enough fleet that we can actually specialize in not just residential moving, but also in commercial moving. We move a lot of businesses, quite often after hours, and quite often across country. Good Greek can help you whether it's a small move or a large move, local, long distance, residential or commercial. And we've got all the equipment that's necessary to handle any type of move, but just as important, perhaps more important, we've got the right people, properly trained, skilled, and professional.
Good Greek moving and storage, your superhero movers.
Someone seems to be having a lot of fun. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to share ways to create the ultimate man cave and hangout space for Dad. So, speaking of having a lot of fun, you know what else is a lot of fun? A game room, and especially in a man cave, the addition of whether it's a billiards table, pinball machine, any type of game. It can not only just be fun for Dad, but sometimes for the whole family. So Edgar, when it comes to pool tables, I feel like, you know, maybe it would just be for a certain area of the home, but we're seeing a lot more use.
You can put it in your family room, you can put it in the dining room, you can put it outside.
And here in South Florida, I feel like
great.
that's a perfect spot if you don't have the
fit.
room inside, because sometimes it's hard to find the space.
Sure.
You mentioned dining. Talk to us about what this is and why this could probably be so great for the home, because I not only is it cool looking, but I feel like multifunctional.
Correct. This is a great addition to the home. I mean, typically you can use this table as a pool table / dining table. It's great. You can have fun with the family. So you're done playing, you can use it as a dining table, and it's great for the family.
So it's a great space saver.
It's space savers. I mean, you don't have to have 2 rooms on the home. Now you can use one spot, which could be the dining room area,
right,
and have a pool table and dining table. So it's great.
Definitely solves that problem of, you know, where do we put the pool table? Well, it has similar dimensions of a dining table,
correct,
so it really fits.
It's perfect fit, you know. And everybody in the home will be happy.
No, absolutely. And I also want to note the style of this, because this here looks like it fits a lot of the sort of transitional furnishings that we're seeing so much. It's really interesting to see how pool tables have become also more stylish.
Correct. It's a lot of options.
This modern table is so beautiful.
It's a beautiful table.
And from the felt color to the look.
Modern tables, it's what's in right now. Customers are looking for modern tables.
Especially here in South Florida.
Correct.
Very
it's a lot of
condos
and South Beach and clubhouses are looking for something unique.
It really becomes another piece of furniture. What is a game room without arcades?
Arcades.
Right? I don't know a lot about them, and I thought it would be a great time to educate our viewers as well on the different types that you could have. Is it like, are they refurbished? Do you buy them new? What's the way you would even go about purchasing an arcade game?
Well, starting with the pinballs, you have, this is a classic from the 70s, 75, 80s. And then you get into the digital from the 80s to the 2000.
I just think these are fun when grouped together, or even standalone, just to have one.
Bring a lot of fun to the family.
Absolutely,
it's fun.
Especially when you don't have to put those quarters in to make it play.
Pay for the machine.
Now, what do you got over here? This is just like more of your standard arcade game. That's Miss Pac-Man, another popular favorite.
Correct. This is all from the 80s, all the classic Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, Donkey Kong, Frogger, all the old school back from the 80s. 60 titles in one machine, so you have all the classic in one unit. Allow you to have one machine on the home, having 16 titles on the machine, which is great.
That's really cool. So that's great for that space saving. We
spacing,
talked about it with some of the other things.
Correct.
Arcade games are super fun, and the pinball, and I think they're like also a decorative accent for room. You've got this great lighting and sound. Are you seeing people use these more in rooms other than just a designated game room?
No, you see it, in the kids' room, in your game room, man cave, theater room. You'll be fun.
I think something like this is like the ultimate statement piece in a home. So a man cave can really be all about fun and games, and not just billiards tables and pinball machines, but if you're actually a gamer or Dad is a gamer, you can incorporate that into the space as well with a great seated area and of course a large screen. Coming up, we've got plenty of design ideas to continue on creating your ultimate man cave on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we have enjoyed sharing with you all day some great tips on creating the ultimate man cave for dads. So I hope that you guys got some great inspiration for designing a man cave for Dad and putting together a really great theme, whether it's sports, music, gym, gaming, game tables, or a combination of all of them. You can never go wrong. And speaking of design inspiration, let's take a look at what we've got for you next week on SoFlo Home Project. Next week on SoFlo Home Project, we get away from South Florida modern design as we tour a home that has been completely updated with a neoclassical French style. And in the process, we learn what it takes to create an 18th century home in this modern era. And before we go, let's check in with Hunter Franke, the host of SoFlo Health, and see what he's up to tomorrow. Hunter, what's going on?
Hey Alena, tomorrow at 12:30 p.m., the Formula One Canadian Grand Prix will be taking place of SoFlo Health. But we'll be back on June 25th with a show all about pregnancy featuring all the experts you need. We'll see you then.
Thanks, Hunter. We will definitely be watching, and I want to thank you all for joining us this week, and we hope to see you again next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. But before we go, I want to wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day, especially my dad. I hope you all enjoy your special day. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.